everybody. Welcome to this Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Now, I chose to Let's Play this game because I know it in the back of my hand, and frankly, I want to be able to teach anyone who, as unlikely as it is, hasn't played this amazing game. You may notice I have some speech difficulties, but I'll try to keep those to a minimum if at all possible. Let's begin. Now, this file 1 is a completed game file that I did for Twitch a while back. We're gonna ignore it and go to file 3. And now give me a few minutes to decide on what my name will be. I think I'm gonna go with this to go along with my channel name. So, with all that, let's start our adventure. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. By the way, I like to do voices whenever I can. Kind of like a hobby of mine, I guess you could say. If I do terrible accents, that's just part of it. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! Fate of the world. Start again. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. I don't like flubbing lines very much. So if you hear me repeat something like that, it's because it really bothers me.
Hello.
From this point on, I'll try to cut out any lines I flub. So, yeah. Excuse me.
Hello.
Hello, Cthulhu. Wake up. The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Cthulhu, get up. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? finally woke up. I'm Navi the fairy. Great Deku asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku has summoned you, so let's get going, right now. Now, before I go anywhere, I just want to switch back to this view. As a kid, for some reason, I always thought that in the background was a mirror. Like, even though you can't see Link's reflection in there, for some reason I always thought this was a mirror. You know, I know these graphics are dated. Okay, I know that there are problems with the graphics, and I know I've seen the Boundary Break episode on this game. So I know what's really going on here, but as a kid, I always thought this was a mirror above his bed. As an adult, now I realize that this is a window. I just wanted to point that out while I'm still here. Now back into this view, which, by the way, I am playing this on the Wii Virtual Console. You can't get this anymore if you don't already have this. You can get it, I believe, on the Wii U Virtual Console. You can get this game on the GameCube, or you can, if you go to like a used game store, you can get it on the original Nintendo 64 platform. Or you can just buy the 3DS remake, which plays almost exactly the same. But this version that I'm playing, I chose to play it on this version because it is no longer available for purchase. Anyway, except for the 3DS remake, every version of this game, if you press C up inside a building most of the time, it changes your point of view. Heading outside here, you see, this is Saria. She'll be important later. Let's say when, though. Yahoo! Hi, Cthulhu! I'm sure I'll show you a clicker way down there later. I'm sure I'll end up coming back here. I'll explain what I mean by that later. Anyway, speak to her. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Cthulhu. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Cthulhu. Is that right? Great Deku has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku. Alright, then. I'll go straight there. No distractions, no interruptions. I'll head there without hesitation. Get out of my way. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? How would he summon you and not the Great Mito? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're gonna help the Great Deku without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh. Alright. My objective is clear. I have to go find a sword and shield. So, as far as that, first thing I'm gonna do is rob Mito blind. He's got 4 chests in his house. 2 of them have blue rupees, which are 5 rupees. Rupees being the currency in the Zelda series. This chest on the front right of the screen has a recovery heart, and this last chest has a green rupee, which is usually 1 rupee in the Zelda series. After robbing Mito blind, he really shouldn't have talked to me that way. Come back here, and steal the 5 rupees he had hidden behind his house. Now he's broke. Alright. While you're running, you can press the A button, like I just did, to roll. I use it most of the time to move forward faster. I didn't mean to jump there. Even as much as I play this game, sometimes I mess up, especially on this bridge. I don't know why, but it's that bridge in particular that usually gets me. Probably because I'm starting a new game and... embarrassing. As I was saying, it's usually because I'm starting a new game, and it's been a while since I put it down last time, so I got unused to the controls. So, yeah. Then there's these fences here. It would be less annoying when this happens if they didn't put the Navi talk button on the same as the view button. She would be less annoying. Okay. This is a secret I discovered by accident. If I can get it right. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Okay. Well, anyway, if you can backflip onto both of those fences, they'll give you 5 more rupees. I've done it before. I know it can be done. Maybe if I can't do it perfectly right now, but I'll come back and try it later. I promise. Anyway, back here, there's 5 more rupees. There's a boulder right there to avoid. Run through here. There's rupees hidden in the grass. 5 more there. Grass back here you can cut. Oh, but we don't have a sword yet. Well, guess what? Get used to this animation, by the way. Surprise! Now we have a sword to cut with. Alright, so to equip your main weapon and other stuff we'll get to later, you have to come to this screen by pressing the start button, using the L or R buttons to move quickly, or you can use the control stick if you want to go slower, but I use the L or R on the GameCube controller, or Z and R on the Nintendo 64. Highlight your weapon on this screen, click A. It's A universally, so don't worry about that changing between consoles. Then, I'll press B and save. Alright, I'm gonna be doing that frequently. Now, I know better. I've fallen for this trap before. Alright. Now, what we need next, we need a total of 40 rupees. As you can see, we're almost there, but I'm not going to stop at 40. Now, as you saw, if you cut that sign, you get 5 more rupees, but it's just that sign. I'll go into sword combat in a second. I want to see if I can pull this off. Alright. think I know how to do it. Ah, shoot. Whatever. I know it can be done. I pulled it off by accident once. But anyway, these patches of grass here, universally there's always 2 rupees in there. See? And here, you can smash these rocks by walking up to them, pressing A, picking them up, and then pressing A again to throw them. Some of them have rupees in them. Not real reliable, but it works. There's this one over here that... Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. There's a rock over here. There are those hearts up there on top of the house that you can get if you get hurt. Grass, you can cut. This crabgrass, I guess you could say, you can cut with a sword. Get rupees that way. And here we go, some of the secret rupees, I guess you could say. I'm sure everyone knows about them by now, but if you jump on all of those platforms, you get 5 rupees. This girl is teaching you how to lock on with L. I'll go over that myself later. This is where we need to go next. There's 5 rupees hidden back there. Trying to think if there's anything else that I missed. I can't leave that out. Alright, there were no more hidden blue rupees that I could think of. So I'm just going to go ahead and progress with the story. And if I missed any, tell me about it in the Tell me about it in the comments if I missed any. But for now, I'm not going to waste any more time. I grabbed that one from the platforms the second time on the way here. So, go ahead and grab the Deku Shield. Equip that the same way as your sword. And once I leave here, I'll explain about sword and shield combat now that I have both. I'll save my money and not buy anything else here. Alright. Now. Now with my sword and shield equipped, press B to get out my sword and shield. Just pressing B, I'm using a horizontal slice. With the vertical slice, I can use L or Z on the Nintendo 64 to lock on. Or I can just move forward for vertical slice. My preferred fighting style is both lock on and move forward. It's called the thrust or stab. That's how I almost always end up fighting. But one more thing you can do with the sword is hold down the B button. As long as you're holding, you can move. When you release, use the spin attack. And while you're holding down the lock-on button, sword out, you press A and do a jump attack. I did that several times a few minutes ago. I may or may not have cut it out in editing. I've got that point as a warning, obviously. But as for the shield, press R. Universally, it's R. Once you have your shield up, we'll go into exceptions later on, but once you have your shield up, you're blocking and you can press B and stab from that position. This is going to be the only time you ever see me do that. And that's it. So, talk to this jerk again. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield? And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? I love doing voices. Alright, I'm gonna get my sword out for this. Our first taste of real combat. That's how it's done. And we got a new item! I'm gonna hold off on showing how it's used until a little later. Grab another one, and then third one of these, grab that. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Cthulhu, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Great Deku Tree, am to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Cthulhu, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? I do! Then enter, brave Cthulhu, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Cthulhu. And Cthulhu, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom. And that's exactly where we'll go in the next episode. Because I have run out of time for now. So, this is the Dapper Cthulhu signing out for now. I will see you all next time.